These are 3 updates that would never be added to Jupiter, Florida. If you agree with me or if you enjoy, then let me know in the comments and drop a like and subscribe, but let's get straight into it. Alright, so the first one is planes. Of course, this one is pretty self-explanatory. All of these in this video are insane suggestions that we can confirm will probably never, ever get added to this game because they're just so crazy and would take up so much time and would pretty much ruin the game. So none of these will get added, I can almost guarantee you, but of course they could do. There's a slight possibility. But planes are a ridiculous idea for this map. As you can see, the game is far too small. If there was an airport, it would literally have to be the size of the drag strip over here, if not even bigger, and that is literally like half the size of the map. That drag strip right there is literally a good half the size of the map. The map probably a little bit bigger, but that doesn't matter, because if that's half the size of the map, or even just a little bit less than half the size of the map, then there need to be at least 2 airports for a plane to be worth it, which means it'd have to be at least 2 of them, which means that it's just ridiculous because it would take up so much room in the map, and by the time you've taken off in a plane and landed again, it would have been quicker to literally drive there in a car. And also you'd be in the sky for like 2 minutes, because you literally wouldn't be able to go in a straight line. You just have to keep turning and doing circles if you were in a plane, because the map is too small. If they did have a map expansion, it might work and it might be a bit better, but it wouldn't be anything crazy, and it definitely still would not be big enough for planes. I mean, think how big Pilot Training Flight Simulator is, for example. Think how big the map in that game is. The map in Jupiter, Florida would need to be a similar size as like the Greater Rockford Island, if you guys know what I'm talking about. If you don't, just let me tell you, it is huge and it's unreasonable. However, one thing that is definitely reasonable: helicopters. Helicopters could be added. They might not, they might be, I don't know, but helicopters are a reasonable suggestion because, well, think about it. Helicopters would be really cool. Jupiter, Florida right now is one of the only games on Roblox, or only roleplay / driving games on Roblox, to have boats in the way that they do. So imagine there was helicopters on top of that as well. That would be really awesome. There'd be so many things you could do. Imagine having a car towing a boat and then flying over to your boat in your helicopter, then driving your boat to your Lamborghini Revuelto, then driving your Lamborghini Revuelto to the airport to get back in your helicopter. Like, imagine how crazy that would be in this game. It'd just be insane. Helicopters, I think, would be really cool, and to be honest, it wouldn't surprise me if they get added in the near future. The physics of that would be very difficult, but if they've managed to do boats and they can do cars this well, then I don't see why they can't do helicopters either. So let me know in the comments, do you think helicopters would be cool? I'm not sure. But the next one that I want to talk about is car autopilot. So I believe I've spoke about this briefly in a few videos before, but car autopilot would be a really bad idea. And well, the reason, oh my gosh, this glow is so weird on the cars, but the reason that car autopilot won't get added is the same reason that it won't be added to pretty much all games on Roblox, and that's because, well, it's kind of useless. The reason car autopilot is so good in real life and so hyped up in real life is because it actually gives you a benefit. It actually allows you to multitask. You can turn on autopilot, your car can drive yourself to work, and you can literally be like ordering your weekly shop or shopping on Amazon whilst you're driving to work. You can multitask. But the reason you play Roblox, and in fact the reason you play Jupiter, Florida specifically, is to drive some of their amazing cars and to roleplay and to experience and immerse yourself in the game and experience the cars. And that is why this game is as good as it is. But if they added autopilot to that, it would be stupid, because you'd just be sat here, literally, imagine autopilot was on right now on my car. I literally would just sat here, not pressing my keyboard, arms crossed, just staring at pixels on my screen as my Roblox game moves for itself. I don't know if you guys have ever played that autopilot simulator, but if you have, you'll know that it is kind of boring. It's really cool when you first play it, but after like 10 minutes it gets boring, and after 30 minutes of using autopilot, it's extremely boring. So it'd be a whole lot of work for pretty much nothing, because people would get bored of it pretty quickly if it was in Jupiter, Florida. So that will probably never get added. And the final thing I want to talk about is car interiors on all cars. So let me stress, all cars. Some cars, such as convertible cars, would be really awesome if they had car interiors. That would be absolutely insane and would look really good, but it won't happen on all cars. For example, this BMW M3 CS, why would this have a car interior? It would be really silly. It would cause so much lag and would cost them so much extra time and money to get it developed that there's no point. The only person that would see this interior is you. Now, the reason that it could be added to a convertible convertible car at some point possibly is because they're convertible. So if they actually want it to be convertible and you take the roof off it, then you need interior. Like imagine you could take the roof off a convertible car but there was no interior. That would look stupid. So they do have to add an interior for that reason. But on these cars, like normal cars, it would just be a huge waste of time for them to develop it really detailed, and it would also cause so much extra lag that they don't need when they could put that into their map detail or into other things instead. So that is my list. Let me know what you would change and let me know what things you want to be added to the game in the comments below. But thank you very much for watching this video, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.